The bear never did nothing wrong in my house.
Now at 6, run over by a truck and killed. A bear dead in a quiet community, but the suspect, the person arrested, says it was self-defense.
Disturbing allegations of elderly abuse. Families say their loved ones were assaulted by the people who are supposed to take care of them. We're digging for answers.
Taser trouble. A corrections officer in hot water after he fires on his own family. Plus,
they close the store, I'm gonna die.
Decision day for a Fort Myers business. After dozens of drug deals and shootings, supporters of a Fort Myers business come out in force, trying to stop the city from shutting it down.
Temperatures have been running warm the last few days, but tomorrow starts a new month and a new weather pattern. Get ready for the coldest air of the season.
Kicking off the top at 6, we just learned in the last 10 minutes that 3 employees have been fired from the Cape Coral Elderly Care Facility. This comes after several allegations that residents there were being abused.
The claims were made against Claire Bridge in the Cape. Nick Spinetto is breaking new details.
Lois, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Nick. New tonight, Lee County fires a corrections officer after he admits to using his taser on his family while he was off the clock. Sarah Pusateri is tracking the details of this shocking story. All right, thank you, Sarah. Developing right now, a woman is rushed to the hospital after a fire inside her home. The fire started around 4 in the Sail Harbor community near Health Park Hospital. The Iona McGregor Fire Department says it responded to a townhouse with heavy smoke inside. They brought out a woman and her dog and revived both of them at the scene. The dog was taken to a veterinarian. The woman is identified as Stacy Renge. She was taken to Lee Memorial Hospital for treatment. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
New tonight, Charlotte County deputies say DNA evidence led them to a man accused of sexually assaulting a 12-year-old girl. Deputies arrested Jason Paquette after a deputy spotted him hiding behind a dumpster. Investigators say Paquette had sex with the girl in a wooded area in Gulf Cove last July after the girl snuck out of the house. Investigators say Paquette has an extensive criminal record. Also from Charlotte County tonight, deputies bust a prostitution house for the 3rd time. This time, investigators make 4 arrests. Investigators say 3 of them worked at the Aromatherapy Plus store on 41 near Tarpon Boulevard in Port Charlotte. Deputies just raided that business last week on similar allegations. 4th suspect worked at a different massage parlor. All the women are accused of offering sex for money. Tonight we're getting new details about a Collier County man arrested for killing a black bear. Suspect says he was just trying to protect his dog, but Fish and Wildlife says that's not true. Shooting happened late last night at a home on 18th Avenue Southeast in Golden Gate Estates. Nicole Papageorge there live with new information.
All right, thank you, Nicole. A Cape Coral man is killed after his car was hit by a driver who swerved to avoid an alligator. It happened last night in Collier County at the intersection of Lamb Road and State Road 82. That's Immokalee Road west of State Road 29. Traffic was backed up for miles, keeping our cameras from even getting close to the scene. The Florida Highway Patrol says the other driver overcorrected after missing the gator and hit 27-year-old Stephen Purdy in the other car. Purdy was pronounced dead at the scene.
Tonight, Cape police are on the hunt for a brazen burglar. According to police reports, somebody smashed a front window at this Lucky 7 store. Convenience store located on Cape Coral Parkway. The store was closed at the time, but once inside, the thief stole a bottle of incense. Police are still looking for the suspects right now. New tonight, Lee County deputies are looking for a burglar with a major appetite. They say somebody broke into the freezer at Maria's Pasta and Pizza on Homestead Road in Lehigh Acres. Suspect got away with more than $1,000 worth of food, everything from pepperoni to steak to pumpkin cheesecake.
Right now, we're also following a developing story out of Charlotte County. Jurors get their first look inside the home of Scott Huss. He's accused of slashing his Russian bride to death in front of their 8-year-old son. Aaron Maloney was in court all day, and we want to warn you, some of today's testimony was graphic. Isn't that right, Aaron?
Thanks. Also making news at 6 tonight, priceless possession stolen during broad daylight from a couple's home. 88-year-old Helen Ackerman says she and her husband of 57 years were just at home doing chores when somebody broke into their home through a screen door and stole their engagement and wedding rings along with other jewelry. While she's heartbroken, the couple says they're still thanking God they weren't hurt.
This was all material things that were lost, and he keeps us going.
Couple says their wedding rings are both engraved with their initials, WEA and HBA.
It's your money. Wait News has learned the replacement for the MedStar helicopter that crashed into the Gulf has now landed in Florida. Lee County paid about $3 million to buy the chopper from an Oregon hospital. Crews are upgrading the helicopter right now. The old helicopter crashed last year on approach to Upper Captiva Island. The crew on board survived that crash.
so I have personally witnessed drug sales, shootings, fights, dog fights.
New at 6 tonight, decision day for a Fort Myers store. Police say shutting it down will cut off criminals, but neighbors say forcing Pop's grocery store to close its doors will just make things worse.
And thousands of people are about to lose their unemployment checks. Tonight, the controversy about how long unemployment benefits last.
Hey, we made it. Today is the last day of the 2010 hurricane season. We'll recap the action of the season and tell you about the cold air that's coming in next.
From Southwest Florida's news leader, you're watching Lois Tomey, Chris Safadi, Chief Meteorologist Jim Farrell, and Sports with Clayton Ferrero. This is Wink News, now at 6.
Brand new at 6, neighborhood nuisance or just an unfortunate gathering point, a heated debate about the future of a Fort Myers grocery store.
Police call Pop's grocery store on Martin Luther King Boulevard a hot spot for drug deals and violent crime, and they wanted it shut down. But today, after hours of heated testimony, the city said it can stay open. Robert Burns is live at City Hall to explain.
Now, Chief Meteorologist Jim Farrell's Sky Tracker forecast.
Well, it's the end of hurricane season. That means you can donate that food you had stored up to a local food pantry or somebody, because we are in for another few wonderful months instead of hurricane season.
Start celebrating the 6-month non-hurricane season that starts tomorrow. Let's recap what did happen over the last 6, because remember the expert.
All right, thank you very much, Jim. Well, as Jim just mentioned, hurricane season is over, but now Florida faces a new threat, brush fires. Tonight, the Division of Emergency Management says it's comparing the current drought conditions to that of 1998. That was the most severe wildfire season in recent history. One important step you can take to prevent a brush fire getting close to your home is to clear any excess brush and plants.
And this last day of November becomes a tough financial landmark for thousands of Southwest Floridians. They're losing their jobless benefits tonight, the ones that have been extended by Congress during the recession. Some unemployed people have gotten 2 years of checks, but no more. The new Congress is saying enough, and some people we talked to in Southwest Florida agree.
I know if tomorrow I were to get laid off or fired or something happened here, I have no doubt in my mind that I could find a job within a week. It may not be as amazingly paid, but it's still a job.
Jobless people, though, told us they have no idea how they're going to get money to survive now that their benefits have run out.
A life-saving program in Charlotte County getting an upgrade. The county's Red Dot program is now going online. First responders will now be able to view a medical history form in real time instead of having to wait to arrive at a scene. It will also give 911 dispatchers an opportunity to give advanced warning of a situation deputies or paramedics are about to encounter. 6,000 people are already enrolled in this free program. An update to a story you saw first on Wink. Lee County Animal Control has accepted a grant that would allow them to better document crime scenes during investigations. The ASPCA has given $22,000 to upgrade equipment and train investigators. Animal Control had been working with out-of-date cameras that have hindered some cases in court.
Peek into a much different weather forecast.
Yeah, and no laughing. I put my heart and soul into the 7.
Got it.
We wouldn't laugh at you. We're laughing with you.
He's smirking. He's smirking. 7-day, pop it up. There you go. We start off with a little bit of rain, then it turns colder late in the day. Get ready for 3 cold mornings. Nothing to laugh about.
No, I was laughing, actually.
Well, the cameras caught you and Scott laughing
right
over there. So.
Thanks,
There's
Jim.
a lot of that going around. CBS News up next.
See you at 7.
For news anytime, go to winknews.com and on radio at 1200 and 1460 AM Wink News Radio.